call the meeting to order. We'll start with the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor.
Here.
Geary.
Here.
McMullen.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
Mayor Beeguy.
Here. Are there any changes to the agenda?
I don't have any there.
Oh, we have to remove.
Oh, the closed session? Yeah, we won't need the closed session tonight. Conflict of bargaining.
Okay, so we will strike items 8 and 9. Okay. We do have a proclamation this month for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is every October. And I will just summarize. Domestic violence is defined as abusive behavior that gives one family or household member control and power over another through physical, emotional, sexual, economic, or psychological actions and threats, and a serious crime that affects people of all races. Safe Journeys provides free confidential services to more than 422 survivors of domestic violence and 110 survivors of 110 survivors of sexual violence and their supportive persons in 2022 in LaSalle and Livingston counties. The City of Streator is an important partner in Safe Journey's vision to create a community where people thrive in safe and healthy relationships. Therefore, be it resolved, on the 16th day of October, the City of Streator proclaims the month of October 2024 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. All right, I'll open up to public comments. If you have comments for council, please come to the podium, state your name, and we do have a 3-minute time limit.
I'll let you know when you have 30 seconds left, okay?
And if both of you want to talk, you get 6 minutes.
I've never done this before.
Oh, no, yeah, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Clayton. Hello.
Okay.
Did it get turned down from last
Yeah.
night?
That's great.
Go ahead.
My name is Clayton. I'm first and foremost a Christian. I'm a proud member of Open Bible Church, U.S. citizen, and a resident of Streator, Illinois. In light of the recent mishaps around Streator, the shootings and everything, and it being the awareness month that you're talking about, I actually hand out warm line cards around LaSalle County. Not a lot of people know about this resource. It's what we call in medicine preventative care, so that future events don't happen, especially bad events. So just having somebody to talk to before something goes down. I've used this line. I know countless of other people have used this line. I started using it in Minnesota. Became an advocate for it in about 2019. I order hundreds of these cards every year. They help so many people. If anybody wants to get some of these warm line cards, I actually brought some with me. Yeah, that's all over Illinois. We had 3 different warm lines in Minnesota. Illinois doesn't have the same budget as Minnesota. They have a $6 billion surplus. We're not good on that area in Illinois. My mother is Deb Clayton. She would tell you that healthcare here sucks. So yeah, it's vitally important that we catch these things before they happen. I'm just trying to get the resources out there. I have countless other resources. I help out at Open Bible Church, hand out these resources. So I actually, the back to school fair last year and the year before that, I had a table where I would type up papers and stuff in the church office, and then I would hand them out. But Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's pretty much all I got, so.
Thank you. Do you have, so if you want to leave some here? You
Yeah.
can have them at City Hall.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I have a bunch of
And,
them.
can we reach you through Open Bible if someone wants to contact you?
Yeah, you could reach me through Rodney Cryer, he'll give me a message.
All right. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming.
If you just leave those with Patty.
I'll take them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other public comment for tonight? Okay, we'll go to new business. Item 1, Resolution 2024-51, authorizing the execution of an addendum to the intergovernmental agreement with the Allen Township Fire Protection District concerning ambulance services. Get a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Tim with the motion and Dave Reed with the second. Chief, you want to-
Sure.
Come on.
So when we began the ambulance service a few years ago, Allen Township reached out. They were having some challenges manning their ambulances at times and asked if we would develop a contract to fill in with them, which we did at the time. They have now come back and asked for an addendum to be made to as opposed to when they are dispatched, that our ambulance is dispatched at the same time to reduce the delay and them being toned multiple times, not responding before the call comes to us. In the event that they do get an ambulance out the door, they'll call us right away to cancel this. Again, they also changed the geographical area that we're gonna cover a little bit, so we're gonna go all the way to Richards Road on their north side. We originally went to 170 on their east side. They did pull the city of Ransom out of that, and it's being covered by Dwight. I don't see any of these changes affecting us operationally, so I would recommend that we go ahead and pass the addendum.
Any questions or discussion?
No.
All right. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Mullen,
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Mayor Pete.
Aye. Item 2, Resolution 2024-52, accepting and authorizing execution of an intergovernmental agreement from LaSalle County for the construction of the Kelly Street Bridge project in the city of Streator, counties of LaSalle and Livingston. I get a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Matt with the motion and Dave Connor with the second.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So yeah, I mentioned this when we went over the 5-year road program last month, but LaSalle County will be the lead agency on the Kelly Street Bridge. Design's just about done. We're shooting for a January letting, so hopefully that makes, if it shifts, it'll be till like March. But so early next spring. The federal money that the county is using requires a 20% match, and they're requiring us to take that. The project's estimated at $1 million, so it'll be $200,000 for the city. And then the county charges all municipalities in the county an 8% overview tax, or overview construction engineering fee. So that's the other 80%, or 80,000 there. So it'll fully be based though on 20% and 8%. So whatever it comes in at the bid level, and it'll come back to you for concurrence and award. But they need this so the state paperwork will be done so they can put it on the bid.
Any questions, discussion?
No questions.
Is Bruce Township contributing any funds towards this?
No, it's the county. So yeah, LaSalle County's
Because I remember,
putting in the 80%.
I know Scott Lucas, the supervisor, kind of started the conversation rolling on this. Where they have a surplus of money, so, you know, it covers some of their people that aren't in the city. They want to kick in some money.
I think that's at the discretion of the council.
I can speak for the rest of the council. I'm sure if he wants to kick in some money, we'll let him.
I don't know.
That's not
a possibility
controversial.
Because the bridge is under the city's jurisdiction. It's not a township bridge.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they would be able to contribute funds.
They might say, here's a gift of $100,000, thanks.
I'm happy to ask Mr. Lucas.
Don't hold your breath on that.
If you ask, if we ask, they can say no. Any further comments or questions? Okay, Clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor,
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
Mullen.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Mayor Bedat.
Aye. Item 3, Resolution 2024-53, awarding a demolition contract to Faken Excavating, Inc., Streator, Illinois, in conjunction with the 1513 North Bloomington Street 2024 demo project in the city of Streator, County of LaSalle, and Livingston, Illinois. I get a motion and second.
So moved.
Second.
That was kind of a tie. I'll go Dave Reed and then Dave Conner with the second. Any,
So, yeah, so this is the city attorneys were working on this one for 2 years or a year and a half anyway, with the elementary school district. So the house right there in front of North Lawn, 1513. The agreement is the city will tear the place down. We did an asbestos inspection, it was all clear. We had 4 bids, Faken Excavating being the lowest. So if we award, I believe the agreement with the school district is that all fees, including the attorney fees, to transfer title after the demo is done, will be borne by the school district.
We're gonna have to do an intergovernmental agreement for the property transfer, but the discussion with the elementary school district has been, we will handle the demolition because we've experienced in that, and they would cover our costs.
So Faken was a low bid, so recommend approval.
any further comment or question? Clerk, call a roll, please. Oh, you have one?
It doesn't come back before us again one more time on it, before.
When we transfer title, yes.
I'm just, quick question was, when they tear that down, are they gonna do it while school's in session? They can do it during the time when school's out? Because that's a tough corner to get a garbage or a dump truck there and stuff to, as they tear it down without disrupting traffic on Bloomington Street or the influx of north.
I left too early, so yes, all the tree growth is gonna come down over the weekends, that's gonna happen. But because of the landfill, there's gonna be some demolition work, but they're gonna work and try to keep us down. But they are gonna come in off of that parking lot and try to keep traffic off of Bloomington Street, so.
Okay.
Any further discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor.
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
McMullen.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Mayor Bedat.
Aye. Item 4, Resolution 2024-54, approving a solar power lease option agreement with AC Power Development Company, LLC, New York, by the city of Streator, LaSalle, and Livingston Counties, Illinois. You get a motion and second.
So moved.
Okay, Dave Conner with the motion and Matt with the second.
So in
Any discussion?
February, the city council approved a lease option agreement with this company out east to build a solar farm in Smith Douglas. There's a lot of environmental engineering and other work that needs to take place in order for that to actually happen. During the course of our initial review, the company pulled out because of some roadblocks that occurred with the Illinois EPA and some of the requirements that they were going to impose. After that, Mr. Palm and I have been working with an engineering firm that the company actually brought to the table to try to get some of these issues behind us so that we can make better progress with the Illinois EPA. We have signed a contract. Jeremy, do you recall what the amount was?
It was $10,000.
$10,000, just to do some brownfield engineering for us so that we wouldn't have the same amount of problems that we encountered with the EPA previously. In any case, because of that work and their contacts with this engineering firm, the company came back and said, well, we're still interested in Streator, and but we do need to revise the option agreement to give us additional time. And some of the issues, there's some buried radioactive waste that needs to be avoided. And we still have the large gypsum piles, and so the project is being scaled down a bit. And so the contract the revised contract here takes that into account. But it's just to keep the ball rolling on a potential project. And as part of this agreement, the firm will contribute $5,000 toward that $10,000 project.
question? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor,
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
McMullen.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Mayor Bedine.
Aye. Item 5, motion to continue as tabled the ordinance approving a special use permit to petitioner CS Streator LLC for the construction of a neighborhood utility solar electric facility located on West Illinois Route 18 until the November 20th, 2024 meeting of the City Council. Need a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Tim and Dave Reed with the second. Any discussion? But then the attorneys will not be there till November?
Right, so, when this got tabled against the order of the next meeting, they weren't able to have a representative at this meeting. There's a hearing, continuation on the other matter. So it just made sense to bring both matters back up and then meeting.
With that, clerk call the roll, please.
Connor,
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
McMullen.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Mayor Bedine.
Aye. Item 6, request a motion and second to approve the consent agenda with fund warrant totals of $1,065,905.78. You get a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Dave Connor with the motion and ma'am with the second. Any discussion? Clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor,
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
McMullen.
Aye.
Reed.
Aye.
Mayor Bedine.
Aye. Item 7, city official comments. Council Chair.
I have a few things to say. I didn't mean to step on your toes. Last night, some of the people in the room here were here last night. We had a town hall meeting, very well attended. I have to say, I was pretty impressed with the behavior of the crowd for as many people as we had in this room and for as frustrated as a lot of people were. It was a very well-behaved crowd. I was proud. Some people got a little boisterous at times, but in general, it was very, very well-behaved crowd. One of the things that myself and Councilman Gary noticed was a couple of times it was mentioned by people in the audience, not Woody and not Chief Franklin, that the council has to be more supportive of our police department. I was way over there on that side of the room and couldn't really comment on it, but it kind of bothered me because this council and previous councils that I can remember have been nothing but supportive and appreciative of our police department. Just some of the things that I wrote down that I can remember. I've only been on this council for 1.5 years now. But some of the things that we've done in support of the police department, we've hired 2 new policemen. We've brought our staffing up to where we will eventually, when the current officer gets out of police training down at the academy, we will have 4 officers on each shift. That's the first time that's happened in, I don't know how many years, I'll say at least several years. This year we bought a new police car. We added a K-9 unit. And that's another point of contention because we had the state's attorney last night bragging that they just bought a K-9 for Mendota and Ottawa, and I'm thinking, like, we just paid $15,000 for one. We could have used some help on that. We've added 8 flock cameras just in the last, I'd say 8 years or so. I don't remember exactly. We added body cams. Between 2018 and now, we've gone from 18 to 23 officers. We've added an officer, a resource officer at the high school. We've added an officer on the Trident force. So we have been very supportive. And I know, Deputy Chief and the Chief both know that, but I wanted everybody else to know it. I don't want people to think that we have been fighting the police I can't remember one time they have made a request where we've turned it down. I remember a time in 2001, but that was a technical thing. They requested residency change requirements, and we didn't pass that. But that's the only thing we've never given them. Another thing I'd like to mention about it, people in the audience last night, several said, what can we do to help? We're all frustrated with the violence, with things that have been going on. E.J. Flanagan, who's in the audience tonight, he brought up a good point last night. He said, if you can annex into the city, please do. If you are contiguous, annex, because it's not just on the population. Annexation is more about just the tax money we could get. There's state shared revenues, things like that. Motor fuel taxes based on population. We have 18,000 people buying gas in Streator on a regular basis, and when the state divides up the money to send to the communities, we only get the share of 12,500 because that's our population. There are several items like that where we're getting shorted because we have a population of 18,000, but only 12,500 are part of the city. And of course, the biggest resource on that is what it does to our infrastructure. We have 18,000 people using an infrastructure that 12,500 are using every day. So annexation is huge. If you can annex, please do. One person here or there won't make a big difference. We need to bring in whole neighborhoods. And once you annex enough people, everybody's tax dollars will go down because we will have more people sharing the cost of running the city. The other thing EJ mentioned last night is shop Streator first. You know, we have a lot more options than we used to have for shopping in Streator. The sales tax makes a huge difference. And I look at that every month when we get the report. It is constantly going up, and I like to see that trend, and I like to see it keep going up. So please, shop Streator first. But back to the violence and why we were here last night. What you can do to help the police officers, if you see something, say something. I know it's a cliche. And I would also add, if you hear something, say something. The chief mentioned last night several times, people will hear gunshots, and they wait 4 or 5 hours before they call the police department and tell them about it. Well, not gonna do much about it then. If you hear something, see something, make the phone call. They don't mind, I guarantee they don't mind. Don't think you're being a nuisance. And another thing I learned last night was you can register your Ring doorbell or your camera with the police department. I don't know how many people know that. So last night, the mayor put a link on, I don't know which page it was, but I saw it. I registered my Ring doorbell. Something bad happens in the 200 block of LaSalle Street. The police department knows I have a camera. They don't have to waste time knocking on doors and looking for people. They can contact me right away and see if I caught something. So if everybody does that, that would really help the police department. So I'll get off my soapbox now. Thank you.
I'm good. You covered some of my stuff, so.
Yeah, can I go now?
You can do that.
No, I would
I'll
just.
turn off my microphone.
I would just add, I mean, it was impressive how many people were here last night. But at the same time, disappointing that there's 7 or 8 people here every council meeting. And I think it's more important for people to show up regularly rather than, but it's already hit the fan. But beyond that, is there anything we can do about the parking lane on Vermillion? I know I've seen people on Facebook complain about it, but if we could get rid of that, or not the parking lane, turn lane, across from.
South of Main Street.
South of Main.
South of Main.
Yes.
The left turn lane, turn it into parking.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I know that corner with Carbo Legacy and Ace and all that, it's probably one of the busier corners, and I guess if we can have 3 or 4 more spots there, that makes someone happy, myself included.
Well, I don't see traffic
I don't know,
backed
I know,
up
yeah.
half a
Yeah.
block down. I don't think losing that lane is gonna create a
Take out the
traffic.
turn lane and just.
Just making it hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
Something
what
to
has to
look
go
at
in
and
it.
consider.
That's not even set by ordinance, so staff can just do it, I think.
It'll require IDOT's consent because it goes, but we can, yes, we can make that
It's a
request.
city street?
Yeah, well, because it enters onto 18, so it'll be a form and we'll get it submitted if the council wishes.
We'll just proceed.
Yeah.
Will it require council?
No, I don't believe so. If they're on consensus tonight, I can just state that.
Fill out a form.
No.
Yeah, I think we're consensus.
I mean,
Go forward.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna change anybody's life much.
Yeah.
No. But it'll make Mr.
It'll make me
McMillan
happier.
happier, so we wanna do that.
That'll make our lives
And it might make
better.
a few other people
If
happy
we
as
have any
well,
hope to
so.
wanting to paint the stripes and cover up the arrow, we'll have to do it before the winter sets.
Yeah, I assume that would probably be the hardest part about it, just removing it.
Yeah.
Well, getting people in the habit of
Parking there and not turning.
yeah.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Life's good.
I guess I will just say, we didn't know what the crowd will be. As you can see tonight, we have
The usual.
6 people in the audience that are not press or city employees. So, we don't know if we're gonna get 10 people, 100 people. Thank you to those who did attend, and we do apologize for anyone that was left outside. This afternoon, the video of last night's meeting was posted to the city's YouTube page, just like these meetings are every 2 weeks. It's out there. I did update, I posted on Facebook with the link, so it's available. What I'd like to mention, we declared tonight as Domestic Violence Awareness Month, the month of October, and issued that proclamation. Tomorrow, the Zonta Club's doing their annual Domestic Violence Luminary. So tomorrow, Thursday, October 17th, 6 p.m. at Park Church. There's a speaker and others, so I plan on being there tomorrow for that. And I talked to a couple members of council, but I'd like to, we had some good people last night that had some good ideas, so I'd like to, not an official city board, maybe an ad hoc committee, but a community violence panel, and just get a couple different cross-functional groups. I'm thinking experience with domestic violence, someone that has experience with substance abuse, behavioral things, and maybe put 7 to 9 people together and just work together on brainstorming, coming up with some ideas and some direction, and helping us promote some of the things that we do have. I did have several people that talked about, they didn't know we had the camera registration, and that's been around for quite a few years. And I know I've shared it a few times on Facebook, and it's still, how do you get the word out to everyone? So there's things I definitely think that people can help us and help us move on to come up with some maybe creative solutions that they know, or things that they see that might be in their daily lives that we have no idea is going on. So I think everyone, if that's okay, I'd like to proceed with that. And just kind of mention that November 12th, there's the public hearing for the solar farm. That's then our council meeting, the November 20th. We did touch on that. So that had some bigger crowds at the last plan commission meeting. And so that's the next date for that discussion. Any other city official comments that I'm missing? Okay. All right. I will request a motion and second to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, great. Tim, and then Matt with the second. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Connor?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
McMullen?
Aye.
Reed?
Aye.
Murphy, aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.